Welcome to First Sun News. This is Argo Mitro. One thing to observe about India's two neighboring countries, Pakistan and Bangladesh, is that their relations have been becoming better and better over the past 6 or 7 months. In fact, several Pakistani army generals have been going to Bangladesh all the time. You could virtually argue that every month, someone from the Pakistani army or government goes to Bangladesh. General Zahir Mirza, who is in charge of Pakistan's Joint Chief of Staff Committee, went to Bangladesh not long ago. Clearly, India didn't allow him a direct route, so his plane had to fly a longer way to get to Bangladesh. He went there and met Muhammad Yunus, who is the chief advisor of Bangladesh. He is now the chief advisor, but you and I both know that he is really the prime minister. Muhammad Yunus is in charge right now, and when he met this Pakistani general, they both worked together to sell a book. The Art of Triumph, Graffiti of Bangladesh's New Dawn is the book I want to present to you now. There is one thing that is extremely evident from this. Pakistan fully backs whatever happened in Bangladesh. Whether it was student protests or the coup that ousted Sheikh Hasina. The cover of this book has a map of Bangladesh on it that shows the idea of Greater Bangladesh. The art of victory is what Art of Triumph means, how to win, with a map of Bangladesh showing how it is growing in the background. This is quite worrisome. You might want to say for a moment that it means something else, but you can't. This is not a map of Bangladesh. Now, I'm showing you the real map of Bangladesh on the screen. Look at the real map of Bangladesh and the one on the cover of this book. This isn't a coincidence. In the past, you could also notice that many people close to Muhammad Yunus at Bangladesh's institutions had said the same thing about Greater Bangladesh, and now there are book covers that show a rendition of Bangladesh that includes northeast India, Bihar, Jharkhand, and sections of India that are currently occupied. This is very scary, and of course when Bangladesh's caretaker leaders posted this picture of the Pakistani general and the Greater Bangladesh map, a lot of Indian news sites took up the story. The title says, Muhammad Yunus sparks controversy with controversial map on book presented to Pakistani military general. There will be more articles proving that the whole northeast of India has been shown as part of Bangladesh. The problem now is that you can't explain why this was done. Everyone has a general sense of what their country's map looks like. Everyone in Bangladesh understands that this is not what the map of Bangladesh looks like. This graphic looks a lot like the Greater Bangladesh map that a Turkish-backed NGO in Bangladesh is pushing. This problem is so bad that it was even brought up in the Indian Parliament. You may notice on India's Ministry of External Affairs website that a Congress Member of Parliament asked a question in the Rajya Sabha. You can see that Sri Randeep Singh Surjewala asked about the lies being told about Greater Bangladesh. Once more, this information may be found on official government websites. I ask all of you to read about it. I think we still don't get how serious this problem is in India. The issue was asked, does the Indian government know that a hardline party supported by Turkey is pushing the Greater Bangladesh map in Bangladesh? This map demonstrates that a lot of India's land is actually part of Bangladesh. The next question was whether the Indian government had talked about this matter with Bangladesh and Turkey in a diplomatic way. It was also asked if the administration had looked into how growing Turkish and Pakistani involvement in Bangladesh would affect security, because both countries are getting more involved there. What could this mean for India's security? Could we have security difficulties in the future? Finally, because Muhammad Yunus and several Bangladeshi ministers have talked about India's northeastern region a lot, should we keep a closer eye on the Bangladesh border? Should we stay on high alert so that Bangladesh doesn't try anything risky? The administration is fully aware of an Islamist group in Dhaka called Sultanate-e-Bangla. It was asserted in response. The Turkish Youth Federation, a Turkish NGO, is supporting it. They are promoting a map dubbed Greater Bangladesh, which displays a lot of India as part of Bangladesh. The difficulty is that all of this is happening in public. When you ask Muhammad Yunus about it, he answers, "Oh, there's a lot of fake news coming out of India about Bangladesh. We're fine," and so forth. What does this mean then? In this case, they are literally depicting India's land on their map. What does that mean? The government of Bangladesh has even set up its own fact-checking site called BanglaFact. They argued that there is no proof that this Sultanate Bangla works in Bangladesh. After that, they said that the map was really of the old Bengal Sultanate. But why did they suddenly need to present the map of the former Bengal Sultanate? They are trying to preserve themselves at the federal level and not take any accountability. But the propaganda of Greater Bangladesh is getting around. And this book cover, which represents Northeast India as part of Bangladesh, should be brought up by India. You can't defend this. If this map had been in a book with no ties to a Pakistani commander, it would still be a significant deal. Here it's next to a Pakistani general, and the Greater Bangladesh banner shows Northeast India as part of Bangladesh. This is bad news for India. And recently, there was more bad news that made me quite worried. These reports are from sources that I trust. People were stating that a CIA agent had died and been found in Bangladesh or something like that. I work with official or confirmed sources, okay? I can't say anything about that because nothing has been proven yet. At this point, it's only a rumor. If something real comes up, I'll produce a video about it. Okay? There are a lot of tales flying about, including that someone tried to kill someone else. I still don't want to make a video about things that aren't true. I will make one if I can find reliable sources. Imtiaz Amilahi Zahir is now an associate of Hafiz Saeed. He is the General Secretary of Pakistan's Markazi Jamaat al-Hadith and has been a longtime friend of UN-designated terrorist Hafiz Saeed. He just got back from Dhaka. This is how they welcomed him on October 25th. The scary part is that he was transported to places close to the border between India and Bangladesh. He gave a lot of talks there, and you can guess what they were about. India and how Bangladesh should grow stronger. He gave lectures like that, which made relations between radical groups in Bangladesh and Pakistan stronger. These things are happening again, and India is quite worried about them. What does Hafiz Saeed want to do in Bangladesh? Pakistan has once more started saying that India is complicit in what is going on in Afghanistan and Pakistan. So are they using Bangladesh to make things hard for India? We need to keep an eye on this. A lot of people write that India's military is quite strong and that we can easily handle Bangladesh. We definitely don't want a military solution here. We want Bangladesh to have a strong pro-India feeling and to move forward with India in the region. India should endeavor to make sure that the truly patriotic people in Bangladesh know that working for Pakistan will not help their country move forward. Sadly, it doesn't look like India-Bangladesh relations will get better as long as Muhammad Yunus is in control in Bangladesh. The leadership in Bangladesh is the primary issue at present. India should work on making it easier for individuals from India and Bangladesh to get along. You can switch sides and even make new adversaries, but you can't change your neighbors. India's long-term goal should be to help sensible and critical thinkers in Bangladesh become stronger and to stop Pakistan from spreading its extremist ideas there. Please monitor this topic closely, as several upcoming developments are expected to emerge soon. I will continue to provide you with confirmed and current videos. My aim is always to guarantee that even if there is a slight delay in a video, it will include accurate, verified sources. If you found my video helpful, please consider liking, subscribing to, and sharing it. Feel free to share your honest thoughts in the comments, as I value your feedback.